love the show to hit that hot.
Yes, hello, welcome to the show. It's me, Mr. Gary. Time on the clock locally now is 9 p.m. and tonight we're going to look about saying verbs. If you're just joining us, have a quick read at the description. Gives you a highlight there about what we're going to discuss. Are we going to discuss saying verbs? And saying verbs are not what is said, not so much that, but how those verbs are said. Alright, so we're going to have a look at that through the evening, and what we're going to do is we've got a couple of activities, and I know some of you really enjoy quizzes, so I've got a little quiz as we go through as well, and we'll start by looking at some of the saying verbs that I have listed here. I have these written out, so perhaps some of these I can mime. Alright, example, I asked. Hello there, Addy, good evening to you. I asked her a question. Okay, hello there, Addy, good evening. And as I just said, Addy, you're just joining us, so you're first. Give yourself a pat on the back for being first there. Well done, good job. And I'm just checking now that I can be heard, because I have made some changes today with the microphone should be good. Yeah, microphone's good, so that's okay. We're going to look at saying verbs, and we have 15, at least 15. Alright, there are some bonus ones. There's a little quiz, and we've got a little word order sorter as well. So you're welcome to join. I'm sure we're going to have a bit of fun as normal, and we're going to get on with it and push right through. So if you're just joining us, hello, I'm Mr. Gary, and this evening we're going to look at saying verbs. Number one, you might need a pen and paper. If you have a pen and paper, or perhaps you're typing, pen and paper or pencil is good as well. And we're going to write some of these down, and we're going to also assess which ones are best. Alright, so we've got a few things to do tonight in this little live stream with just 2 at the moment, so welcome along. Don't be shy, say hi, as I like to say. Asked, and we spell that A-S-K-E-D, A-S-K-E-D, but notice it's a k. So that's the back of the throat, or the top of the mouth with the tongue, k, and then asked. Okay, asked. Number 2, demanded. Okay, D-E-M-A-N-D-E-D, demanded. Okay, and demand means that you're trying really hard to get something. Okay, example, she demanded answers from them. She demanded answers from them. And if we try to think of the scenario, it could be a woman, and she's saying, I want answers now. I want answers now about this, and I want them right now. So there's a bit of anger usually with a verb such as that. Murmured. And this is, I'll just spell that for you. M-U-R-M-U-R-E-D, murmured. Okay, and this is one of those verbs where, example, if we're in a situation, and it could be a mother and a daughter, and the mother's saying, oh, do those pots for me, and the daughter turns around and says, I'm fed up of doing the pots, like that. Alright, that's the murmuring bit. The mother might say, what did you murmur at me then? It's like you're whispering under your breath, okay? Murmured. Right, good. Screamed. Screamed. Example. This service is terrible! You know, like that. You're perhaps in a restaurant and somebody's had some terrible service. Okay, or think of somewhere where you have terrible service or something terrible happens and a woman is saying something, alright? But she's not saying it, she's screaming it at the top of her voice, or it could be a man at the top of his voice. You know, this is unacceptable! He screamed, right? Usually it might be used when a higher pitch voice is being used. Hello Pallavi, good evening to you as well. Good evening. And yes, so screamed, spelling S-C-R-E-A-M-E-D. Screamed, S-C-R-E-A-M-E-D. Now I'm looking at my list here because I want to make sure that I'm giving you the right words. We're going to look at sobbed. Sobbed is the next one, okay? S-O-B-B-E-D. Example. He won't give me the toy, Mum. He won't give me the toy. So what we're saying there is the person sobbed that he wouldn't give him the toy, okay? And sobbed is quite a sad one, all right? When we're feeling a little bit sad, you know, upset, a little bit emotional perhaps. So that's a good one. Similar type of verb here, cried. Cried. Okay. Ow, that hurt! He cried. Okay. Instead of saying, ow, that hurt, he said. Okay. If we change that for something like, ow, that hurt, he cried, it gives the reader a better sense of how that, how those words in the speech marks were said, if it was a story, for example. Cried, good, well done. And do you know what the opening times are? He inquired. Okay, inquired. E-N-Q-U-I-R-E-D. Inquired. So it's like asked. Okay, it's like asked. So we're going to have a little look at these. I'm going to give you some chat if you want to make sentences or practice making sentences. Pallavi might make a sentence or might type these words in for me as I put them through. That would be good, or as I say them. Muttered. Muttered. M-U-T-T-E-R-E-D. Muttered. Okay. So I'll help you do this, chat. Muttered. So it could be example. My wife doesn't like football, and perhaps there's a friend at the door, and she says, "I'm going out. I don't like football." So she muttered it. All right. So she muttered it again, similar to murmured, saying it under the breath. You say it's almost like you're saying what you're thinking, but you don't want the listener to hear. But sometimes the listeners do hear, and that's when you have to be a little bit careful, chat, I think. Yes, muttered. Muttered. So we have murmured and muttered. Murmured, M-U-R-M-U-R-E-D. So these are very similar words. Okay, murmured. You didn't miss anything, Mohammed Ismail. Welcome to the stream again this evening. We're looking about saying verbs, and instead of writing or saying the word said, we can use different verbs to express how that thing was said. Alright, if you look in the description, let me put that banner about oh, I haven't saved that banner, have I? Oh, no, I haven't. Oh, well, not to worry. Yeah, if you look in the description, we're not talking about what is said as much, rather how it is said, okay? So these saying verbs are going to really give you more diversification with your writing, with your speaking, okay? And murmured, if you look there in the chat, I put murmured. I'll just recap the words actually. Asked, quite an obvious one. Demanded. I demand an answer. Murmured. Okay. Screamed. Screamed. Ow, it hurts! Alright. Instead of writing, ow, it hurts, she said, we would write, ow, it hurts, she screamed. Alright. So we're replacing the word said with a verb that's a little bit more descriptive. Alright. So it's showing us how the person spoke, right? In that example, screamed, I think I've said that. Sobbed. Oh, I can't believe she wouldn't give me the toy. Or, I've lost all my money. Okay, it's very sad. It's a very sad one, is that one. So, sobbed. SOBBED, chat. If you want to help, you can always put these words in the chat as I say them. Cried. So cried and sobbed are kind of very similar, but I think cried is probably a little bit. It can have two different meanings. So when someone's in pain, example, ow! I hit the hammer on my finger. Okay, she cried, like that. It's very painful. Okay, inquired is asking questions, right? Example, Mohammed Ismail inquired when this stream would end. Alright? Or Adi inquired, how much is a taper chuck? How much is a taper chuck? Taper chuck, if you're not from Indonesia, it's one of the local sweet teas that we have here. Very delicious, very sweet as well. Inquired, yes, you could do inquired as well. But inquired is the one that we're looking at. I think inquired would more likely be the American English of that word. Alright, so I'm using British English here. They use the same word, but they spell it in, as in I-N rather than E-N. Okay. Muttered. Muttered. Oh. Mr. Gary, could you come here, please? So Mr. Gary goes over to the teacher. Now, do you know what you're doing in maths? Yes, miss, I do, but I hate maths. Mr. Gary muttered. Okay, meaning you say something under your breath, right? Very low volume, and the intention is the listener cannot hear it, but you've got to be careful if you mutter or murmur things, because if the listener hears, well, it can have consequences. Alright, muttered. Shouted. Shouted. I love English, I shouted. Okay. She loves badminton, he shouted. Okay, we're talking about that as well. It's okay, don't worry if you can't make sentences. Don't worry, that's why you're here, right? Just try your best, that's all you have to do. If you want to join, that's all you've got to do, alright? Shouted. I've lost my dog. He wailed. Alright. Wailed as in W-A-I-L-E-D. W-A. Okay, chat. So we've got a little quiz coming up later, Pallavi, so don't worry, we've got a bit of fun. And there's something to do with sentences. So I think by the end of today, you're going to be better at sentences. Because Mr. Gary's got something for you. Okay. Now, there we go. Yes. Declared. Now, declared, like you're telling somebody something very forcefully. That's mine, he declared. Okay. That's mine. Good, shouted. Thank you, Mohammed Ishmael. Good boy, well done. Well done to you as well. Declared, D-E-C-L. Declared, D-E-C-L-A-R-E-D. Let me put that in chat for you guys. Okay, declared. Okay, I'm very tired, he declared. Or I'm tired of this, he declared. Okay, so yes, declared. Yes. The next one is exclaimed. Exclaimed. E-X-C-L-A-I-M-E-D. Exclaimed. I'm fed up of this, he exclaimed. Alright, so it's kind of like an angry tone. If somebody exclaims something, and think of exclamation mark, right? If you see the word exclaimed, you're more than likely going to... Yes, good job, Mohammed Ishmael. Thank you for putting that one in the chat. Excellent job. Exclaimed. Yes. Are you sure that's the right thing to do? When he questioned her. Okay. He questioned her. Is it the right thing to do? Okay. Questioned. Questioned. It means that someone is... instead of saying, he said, is it the right thing to do? You can say, he questioned, is it the right thing to do? Meaning he's asking a question of somebody, right? Questioned. Q-U-E-S-T-I-O-N-E-D. Questioned. Okay. Shrieked. This is a good one. S-H-R-I-E-K-E-D. Good job, Mohammed Ismail. Good job. Shrieked. S-H-R-I-E-K-E-D. Shrieked. Let me have a look. Is that correct? Yes, to shriek or shrieked is the past tense there, isn't it? So, example, this food's cold, she shrieked in the restaurant. Everybody looked over with astonishment that she could shriek so loudly. All right. So what you're doing there is saying again how that person spoke. And here's the final one. If you can guess this one, you can type it in the chat. All right? I know that you know the answer. What did I just do? Yes, shrieked. Yes. Good job, Mohammed Ismail there. Yes, he's put shrieked in. What did Mr. Gary just do? He did it in the past tense. Okay. Pallavi knows the answer. Mr. Gary whispered, Pallavi knows the answer, right? Whispered. Yes, good job, Addy. Well done. Not, but with an ed. Whispered. Whispered, right? So those are some really good ones there, guys. Well done. So let's have a little look now. Let's think about how we might want to say these words. All right, let's have a look. And I just need to give this thing a title, so just give me a second. Let's have a look. Now, it's up for debate sometimes with this. You might want to think, okay, well, it could be this, it could be that. Oh my goodness me, what have I done? Cannot be a duplicate, cannot be. Oh dear. Okay, done. What does that mean? Uh-oh, it's throwing up an error, and I'm thinking, what's happened here? You see, you've always got to have a plan B, because if you get some kind of technical difficulty, please correct the errors below, murmured quietly. Yeah, I don't quite understand that. Let's have a look. Right. Okay. I don't know if this is going to work, chat, because there's an error on the game now. Ah! There's an error on the game! He worried, or he exclaimed. Right, there's an error on this game. Let's have a look. Why is it doing that? Alright, maybe I need to go back and change that then. Okay, fine. Let me just try that. Oh no. Have I just lost everything? Ah, right, okay, chat. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll skip that for the time being. I wanted you to practice that and see more examples, but we may have to skip that one, right? So let's have a look at some more examples of saying verbs, chat. I think that's a good idea. Sir, just a minute. Yes, I can do that, Pallavi, all right? I can help you with regular verbs and irregular verbs, okay? Don't worry about that. We're going to look, if you want to touch on that, we can touch on that later on in this stream, okay? For anybody else who's joining, regular and irregular verbs, quite easy, but it takes practice. Like anything else, it takes a bit of practice. So we're going to do this first, okay? Let's look at some more saying verbs, right? Here we go. Stand by while I just do that. And now I'm hoping you should now be seeing the game on this one, right? So let's have a look at the game. Excuse me a moment. Let me see. And I'm just going to check that you guys there we go. Yes, I'm live. Yay! I hope you like the thumbnail tonight. Anyway, that one took a bit of doing. So yes, Pallavi, we're going to pick up some regular and irregular verbs, but now we're looking at saying verbs. So not what they said, but how they said it, or how the thing was said. All right, that's the important thing. Okay, so we have a little word jumble here, Pallavi. I think you'll like this one. Now, chat, if you think you know the answer, how can this sentence be corrected? What is the correct form of this sentence, chat? Go ahead. If you think you know the answer, type the answer. Type the full sentence, okay? Let me give you a clue. The first word must be this one because it's the only word with a capital letter. Alright, so I'll move that there. But you need to tell me what's the next word, or if you think you know the sentence, go ahead, unscramble that sentence for Mr. Gary. Go ahead. I'll give you a minute to get that done. Okay, good. Sarah Ismail's got the next word, the man. Of course, we need a subject, right? Good. Now, let's look at the noun here. Let's look at this one. Bzzz, those pesky little flies. Okay. So, imagine you're in a restaurant and you've got a little fly is in your soup when the waiter gives you the soup. What are you gonna do? Addy says, I think he's got this correct. The man there complained that there was a fly in his soup. Right, I think that's okay. So the man, there only appears once. Okay, so the man, I think, complained. So this here is the saying verb, right? It's the saying verb. There's a fly in my soup. Excuse me. Like that, you can't serve that. Okay. Sir, I can't do this. It's too hard. Just be patient, alright? Learn along with the others, Pallavi, alright? That's what you do here in this situation. The man complained that, I think is the next one. That, there, alright, was. Now we have a, because that's the article, isn't it? A fly. Now we need the preposition in his soup. Okay, so that's the answer for that one. Alright, good job. The man complained that there was a fly in his soup. Good job. Well done if you got that one correct. Now here we go with number 2, guys. Here we go with number 2. Pallavi, like I say, if you can't, just try your best. You might surprise yourself. Alright? You might surprise yourself. At the beginning of each sentence, we need a subject, okay? So the most obvious one here is Mick. Now this is a short name for Michael. Okay, so let's put that one at the beginning. I'll help you with that one. So that's the subject. Now we need a verb, right? So this is past tense. Okay. Mick, is that... I hope, goodness me, I hope I'm okay here. No, that's not correct. So now we have Mick. Mick must have done something, so we need another verb. The only other one is this. Mick said. Right? Mick said. Any ideas, chat? I've put 2 on there for you. So try your best to solve the rest of this conundrum. It's like a little quiz, Pallavi, so don't worry. It's like a quiz, but it's not quite a quiz. So go on, try your best. Mick said that he followed a shark for 10 minutes. Mick said... you're almost correct. You're almost correct there. Mick said that he followed... No, not... Almost correct, Mohammed Ismail. Sarah says... Mick said that he was followed by a shark. Good. Mick said... Now here's your clause, isn't it? That. Mick said that. Now we need this relative pronoun, okay? That he was followed, okay? That he was followed. Followed, so something is following him, right? Followed, so we need by, okay? And then we need we need an article, whoop, by a shark. Okay, so that's the noun. For 10 minutes is the answer. Good job, guys. I knew we'd get that one in the end. That's a really good conundrum. Oh my goodness me. I think some students grumble. My students grumble. There's too much homework, sir. Okay, grumble is another word for complain. All right, grumbled. He or she grumbled about something. Let's have a look. I think I'm going to help you here. Now, we don't know the name of the person, so I think it's this. I think the girl. That's it. So the girl. Now, what did the girl do? We need a verb, right? So what did the girl do? There's too much homework, Mr. Gary. The teachers give me too much homework. She did what, guys? She Try that word. She grumbled. Right? Now we've got the subject. We've got a verb. Now what do we need, guys? Any ideas? Well, I think we need the clause, right? To introduce the clause. Okay, that. Okay, now we have that. Okay, Mohammed Ismail, Sarah, the girl grumbled that she had too much homework. Yes, good. I think you need the word yesterday there, Sarah. Well done. Addy has got it correct, I think. Mohammed Ismail has also got it correct. The girl grumbled that she had too much homework yesterday. Good. The girl grumbled that she had. Good. She had too much homework yesterday. So this is really good for you to get your word orders right, okay? Oh my goodness me, this one. Woo! Paul to Barbara. That would be whispered. Okay, pack everything. Oh, goodness me. I assume Paul is a person, okay? So the first word could be Paul, but the first word could always be Barbara here in this situation. So Barbara did what? Everything will be okay. Barbara. So who am I? I'm pretending to be Paul. Alright, so I'm pretending to be Paul. Everything will be okay, Barbara. You'll see. Okay, let's have a look, see if that gives you any clues. It's so I think we need the verb next, right? So what's the verb, guys? What's the verb in this sentence? What's the verb in this sentence? Well, of course, I just told you it's a saying verb, right? So it's how it was said. Barbara. Oops. So Barbara, what? She... Everything will be okay. Right? So we need a preposition here. Now, it's looking like that Paul is the first word. Everything would be okay. So Paul whispered to Barbara that everything would be okay. Pack. Paul, pack Paul. That's it. Aha! Pack Paul. It's an Indonesian, yes, it's an Indonesian way of doing it, that one. It means Mr. Pack in Indonesian language means Mr. So let's try that then. Okay, this one's a tricky one. I've got some answers. Barbara whispered to Paul that everything would be okay. Yeah, good. Good effort, Mohammed Ismail. Good effort, Addy. Pack Paul. Yeah, that sneaky pack word was at the end of the sentence. Caught us all out, I think. Right, okay, so let's have a look at that. This one's getting tricky now, isn't it? This one's getting tricky. So for that he business it had been meowed. Once was no, but days there were 5 is crooky last. Right, okay, crooky. I think that's the first word. Yeah, crooky. Let's look at the saying verbs first, guys. Let's look at the saying verbs. Pretend that this cat or this character is a cat. Okay, let's pretend it's some kind of cartoon. So I think that's probably the best one. Crooky meowed. And I think that is going to be the next word. That. Now we need he or his, I think, here. Okay. Yeah. Oh, no, it's not that one. It. Right, let's try it. Right, okay. Crooky meow that it had been. So now we're going to put the tense in. Okay. Had been. So this is past perfect. Okay. Oh, no, it's not. That's it. Was. So was is the next. Aha, there we go. Crooky meow that it was, I think, 5 days. No, it's not that one. Oops, a daisy. Just a minute. Put that there. Ones. Right. That he. His. It's not his. Must be that it was. What? Any ideas on this one, guys? I'm gonna just let you try this one. I've got an idea what to do for next one. His ones for the last 5 days. Right, so for the last 5 days, I think that's the last one, that he had. No. Was for business. No, the last. No, it's not last. This one's a tricky one. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at that one. Crooky meowed that it was. It's not he, it's not his. Ones, it's not ones, is it? That it was ones. Any ideas on this one, chat? I'll try a couple more. I'm wondering if there's an error in the question. Well, I'm wondering if the question's not. Aha. That it was no. That it was no. That it was no. This one's tricky, isn't it? No, it's not that. That it was no. No one's business. Aha. No one's business. Okay. Crooky meow that it was no one's business. Well, it's no one's business. Okay. Where? That's right. Where? Oh no. This is a where he had been. Where he had been for the last 5 days. But his. It was Crooky meow that it was no one's business but his. Right? Where he had been. Wow. Where he had been. Right. Yes. It would be like this. The cat says, it's none of your business. Well, right. Where I've been for the last 5 days. So, but where he had been. Good, right. Been for the last. that's a real tricky one, is that one, isn't it, chat? Real tricky one for the last 5 days. Good job, yes, well done. Ooh, thankfully that one's this next one's a bit easier, I think. So remember, chat, it's going to be the capital letter gives us the answer. That's going to be the first one, right? Phoenix. My microphone's working fine. So how can we correct that one, chat? If you can complete the full sentence, I'll wait on you guys to put the full sentence in, and then I will try and get this one correct for you. Okay, I will adjust it for you. Okay. Excellent, Mohammed Ismail. Mohammed Ismail got the right. He got the answer there in the end. That was a real tricky one. So many little different parts of speech in that sentence, but we got there in the end. Phoenix. Phoenix. This is how we pronounce phoenix. I think phoenix was a mystical bird. Phoenix said that his microphone was working fine, says Sarah Ismail. Just a minute then. So Phoenix said that, okay, his microphone was working. Alright, okay. So past continuous there as well on that particular one. Tricky. Good job, Sarah Ishmael. Good job, Addy, as well. You got that one correct. You too. Excellent job. That human on his chair enjoyed, he remarked, sitting Mac. Aha. Remarked means to say, okay? So we're remarking. Look at Mr. Gary. Look at my chair. Alright. So somebody's comes in here, they are going to remark, oh, you enjoy sitting on your chair, don't you, Mr. Gary? It's the same thing. We just have to adjust this sentence to make something similar. Okay. Yes, Mohammed Ismail got that one correct as well. Phoenix said that his microphone was working fine. Well done, Mohammed Ismail. Good job. Okay, so here we go. Let's try this one. Let's try this one. I'll give you 20 seconds on this one, chap. See if you can solve this puzzle. I think your first word here is Mac. Good, well done, Mohammed Ismail. Let's have a look at that. We've now got a subject. We've got a saying verb. Okay. Then we've got the clause that. So that. Ooh, no. I don't see man in that sentence. Mohammed Ismail, I don't see man. I think we need another, what's this, a pronoun, isn't it? That he. Now I don't see where human fits in this at the moment. That he enjoys, that the he yeah, he. That he enjoyed, I think it must be that, right? He enjoyed sitting on his human chair. I'm not sure what a human chair is, but anyway, that's the answer. That's the answer. Shannon, I think that would be this one. So Shannon. Okay, and this is another saying verb, chat. Ordered. Ordered. ordered Buttercup. That must be a person's name, right? Ordered Buttercup. Right, okay, so that's that one. We have to swap that around. So, Buttercup ordered Shannon, right? So this is obviously, you know, it could be, example, a housewife ordering the maid. So this could be the housewife ordering the maid, right? Buttercup ordered Shannon. Okay, what did she order Shannon to do? What did she order Shannon to do? She ordered her to, okay, to what, chap? To bring her some more food. Okay. Yes, Mohammed Ismail, to bring her some more food. Look at that, her, right? It was her, right, okay. I think we need, again, capital letter, so it's going to be that one. It's the only one in this sentence. Kingston. Kingston, okay. Oh, it's a prank. So, Kingston, what did he do? Yes, Sarah Ismail, good job, well done. Well done, you're correct. Addy's got this one, I think. Kingston laughed when he realised his prank had worked. Good. Kingston laughed when he realised his prank had worked. And I think we've got the bonus there for that one. So let's have a look. Yes, 5 moves for a bonus on this one. Good job. Well done, Addy. Excellent work. Okay. Now, I think, oh yeah, you can see that perfectly. My mouse is not obscuring your view. Come on, chat, let's see what we can get here. This one's a tricky one. Oh, actually, no, I think this one's less tricky. Okay. Now, we need an article to start with, don't we? So, we have one here, because we have a capital T. So, it's the something. The something. Okay. Or someone. The someone. Yes, Addy, I think he's got that correct. The policeman ordered the crowd to stand back. Right, let's have a look. The policeman, good, ordered the crowd. Okay. Stand back, stand back. Okay, so he's shouting probably an order, but he's giving them an order. He's telling them, stand back, right? We'll just do the answers there. The man complained that there was a fly in the soup. Good. Mick said he was followed by a shark for 10 minutes. The girl grumbled, okay, that she had too much homework yesterday. Pac Paul whispered to Barbara that everything would be okay. This one was the Crookie. It's no one's business but mine where I've been for the last 5 days. So part of this, knowing this kind of sentence is reported speech, isn't it? Direct speech and indirect speech. Knowing who said what, that's part of the challenge with that one. So that one's a real tricky one. Phoenix said that his microphone was working just fine. Mac remarked that he enjoyed sitting on his human chair. That sounds a bit of a bizarre one, but anyway. Buttercup ordered Shannon to bring her some more food. Kingston laughed when he realised his prank had worked. Okay. The policeman ordered the crowd to stand back. So, ordered, laughed, remarked, said, obviously that's a saying verb there, isn't it? And meowed. Okay, imagine if you're making a cartoon with and the cat is a character. You might want to try and add more effect. Okay, you have to get you can get creative with these saying verbs. Whispered, whispered. That's a classic regular verb there, Pallavi, if you're still here, because it has ed at the end, doesn't it? All right. The girl grumbled, right? Grumbled, like complaining. Okay, and said and complained. Those are all saying verbs as well, chat. So good job. Well done to you all there. Right, I'm trying to get this other game to work, so I'm just going to try a couple of little things on there. Does anyone have any questions at this stage? Does anyone have any questions about this? Oh no, it's definitely not working. I must have set it up wrong. Please. Oh no. No. I thought it was. Aha, there we go. Right. Can I do that or no? No, I can't. Okay. Yeah. Let's have a look. Okay, I'm gonna just try my best to try and fix this one very quickly. Okay, so let's have a little look. That was obviously quite a good one for you. Okay, well, I mean, I suppose we could move on and probably help a little bit more about verbs. We have a lot of games here. I'm just going to make sure that I can choose the correct one. Something that's going to help with regular and irregular verbs. The general rule of thumb is irregular verbs, you cannot ed them, right? You cannot add ed. Example, putted, bead, B-double-E-D, cannot do that, right? So that's what irregular verb is, but it's just about learning these things, isn't it? And making sure that when you use them, they're going to be quite straightforward. So I'm just going to set you up a little quiz here. Maybe we can do something about that. And let's have another little quiz, and we'll finish it tonight a little bit earlier. So here we go, guys. Let me see there. I'm just going to check. Are you... Pallavi, this is for you if you're still here. I don't know if she's here. I've one screen showing me 5 people, one screen showing me 2 people, so I don't know how many people are in chat. Oh yes. Well, I'll deal with that later. Mohammed Ismail, I'll deal with it after tonight's stream. Okay. All right. It's about your email the other day. All right. So let's have a little think about that. So here we go. I'm going to just share this screen now. I've got another little quiz for you. If you're still here, Pallavi, I hope this one helps. Guys, I also hope this one helps, because I know this is a very common thing with learners, right? We try to learn verbs. We try to do regular and irregular, and as I said, irregular verbs, you cannot add ed to them, and some of them you can't really adjust them. Irregular verbs also, in the past tense, they're spelt quite often very differently. Alright, so let's have a look at this one and we'll give it a try. Okay, Mr. Gary's going to help read it out. If you know the answer, chat, spam it in the chat. Right. Wait and waited. Is this a regular or irregular verb? Type the word regular if you think it's regular. Type irregular if you think it's irregular, right? Regular. So, is this a regular verb or irregular verb? Mohammed Ismail says regular. Any other offers? Anybody else want to answer? I think Mohammed Ismail is correct. Chat, I'll give you a few seconds to try and catch up. 3, 2, 1. Mohammed Ismail, I think. Yes, Addy's got that one as well. Waited is a regular verb, okay? Remember, verbs can be categorized in many different ways, so it's just a case of trying to remember them. Oh, yes. Eat and ate. Is this one regular or irregular, guys? Regular or irregular? Irregular. I'm waiting on you, chat. If you're wondering why I'm looking down here, I'm looking at my phone. I can't see the chat on my screen just at this moment. Mohammed Ismail says irregular. Sarah says irregular. And I think I'll give you 5 seconds for anybody else who wants to respond. Addy says irregular. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, irregular is, I think that's the answer, isn't it? Good job. It's the past simple. Ate is the past simple of eat, right? Can't say eated, ated, cannot. So it must be irregular. All right. That pattern usually is the same for them all. Right. Land, landed. Oh, this is easy now, chat. Now you know the rule. This should be easy. I'll pause it just in case there's a delay on the chat. Okay. Land, landed. Mohammed Ismail says regular. Addy says regular. Sarah says regular. And the answer is, of course, it's regular, guys. Well done. Good job. Well done. Okay, Mr. Gary will try and follow this for you. We want the max points. Okay, and that one. Top right, I think, is the correct one. I think I got you 200 there, so good job. Well done, chat. We're doing well. See and saw. See and saw. Is this a regular or irregular verb, chat? Addy says irregular. Mohammed Ismail says irregular. Sarah Ismail says irregular, and I think the answer is correct. Good job, guys. Well done. Some good knowledge testing going on in here, I think. Shine or shone? Shine and shone. Sarah Ismail says, I think she says irregular for this one, but I'm not sure if the chat just moved there. Just I'll pause it. Yes, Addy says irregular. Mohammed Ismail says irregular. I think that's right, is it? Irregular? Irregular. Okay, 3 irregulars. We have 3 irregular verbs there. Good job. Okay, I think, let's have a look. Question 6. Feel and felt. Is it a regular verb or irregular verb? This is the present tense, guys. This one's the past tense, okay? Just to remind you about that one. Mohammed Ismail, irregular. Sarah, irregular. Sarah Ismail, irregular. Irregular. And I think... Let's have a little look, chat. Have we got that one right? Yes, we've got that one right. Spot on. Well done. Irregular verb. Okay. Oh no, it's a bonus round. Mr. Gary, pay attention. Ah! Okay, let's try that one. And don't worry, chat, I've got more games and quizzes and stuff up my sleeve for the future streams. If you're just joining as well, it's available for VOD as well. You can watch this later on. Sit and sat, guys. Sit is the present and sat is the past. So is this irregular or is it regular or irregular? I'm being told here Mohammed Ismail irregular, Sarah Ismail irregular, Adi irregular. Let me have a look. Spot on. Perfect. Well done. Okay, I don't know if Pallavi's still here. Haven't seen her comment. I hope she's not left, but if she has... Oh, this one should be a piece of cake, chat. Come on. Look and looked. Looked. Look and looked. Regular or irregular? Sarah, regular. Mohammed Ismail, regular. Adi, regular. Yes! Of course it's a regular verb, guys. Well done. I mean, it kind of helps that Mr. Gary kind of like, you know, points you to the answer. Oh, yeah, another good one. Watch is the present tense. Watched is the past tense. And it's the t sound. Watched. I watched Spider-Man last week. Come on, Pallavi. She's there. Pallavi, is this one regular or irregular? Regular, says Mohammed Ismail. Irregular, says Adi. And Pallavi, I said the rule usually is regular verbs have ed. Irregular verbs don't have ed. Alright, so I think this one... Yes, she says A. So you can type regular or irregular, alright? Good job, well done. There you go, you see? Spot on, well done. I'm glad you're still here, Pallavi. And I hope you're enjoying the little quiz that we've got. Okay, is it top row, bottom row, chat? I think it is top right on this one. Please be correct, Mr. Gary. Is it? Oh, it's 100. That's okay. We'll take that. That's alright. Yes, it's okay. No problem. Good job. Well done. Move and moved. Is this regular or irregular, guys? Come on, it's an easy one. Now Mr. Gary's told you the rule. Should be quite easy. Sarah Ismail says regular. Adi says regular. And I'll answer it. Yes, if you said regular, ed. Okay, regular verbs have ed on the end. Okay, here we go, chat. Yes, Mohammed Ismail says regular. Pallavi says regular as well. Close and closed. It's a weak d sound, that one. Closed. She closed the door. Right. Regular or irregular, chat? Regular, Sarah Ismail. Mohammed Ismail, regular. Mohammed Ismail, Adi, regular. And... yes, you've all got that one spot on. Well done. Yes, Pallavi. Good job, regular. Type regular, Pallavi. Type regular or irregular, okay? Gets you used to that word. Do and did. Can I say dude or didded? I can't say that, so this must be a... What is it, chat? Yes, type the word, Pallavi. Irregular. The word. Good. Irregular, irregular. Yes. Mohammed Ismail, Sarah Ismail, correct. Pallavi, correct. Adi, correct as well, I think. He's got that one. Okay, lots and lots more verbs coming up. Let's have a look. And they are, it's bottom left. 200, yes, good job, well done. I believe in you, chat. I know you can get this next one correct. I'm not going to help you. Begin and began. Begin versus and began. Begin. Sarah Ismail, irregular. Adi, irregular. Mohammed Ismail, irregular. Can I say beganed? Can I say that? No, I can't. So, it must be irregular. Goodness me, I thought I didn't click it then. Begin, began is irregular, Pallavi. Because I can't say begin-ud or began-ud. Right? So, it must be irregular, that one. Touch and touched. Touched. Ooh, go on, the clue is here, chat. What's this one? Sarah Ismail, regular. Mohammed Ismail, regular. Pallavi says regular. Adi say, I think Adi's gonna say regular as well, is he? I'm just waiting for it to come through on the chat, guys. Well done. Spot on, well done. Right, okay, let's have a look. 15, oh my god. Smile and smiled. Yes, Adi, well done, you got that. Smiled. I'm pausing just to let the stream catch up a little bit, give you a bit of time to type. Regular, regular, Sarah Ismail, regular, Mohammed Ismail, regular, Pallavi, regular. And it must be regular, I think, because it's ED, right, chat? Yeah, so there you go, Pallavi, now you know. Regular verbs end ED. It's just the pronunciation changes a little bit. We'll look at that later, alright? Or another time. Okay, here we go, chat. Let's have a look. Oh my god, I've totally not... I've lost track. I'm gonna guess. Yeah, I had no idea. Sorry, chat. I blinked and missed it when those cards folded. Go versus went. Remember I showed you the verb aerobics the other night, guys? Go and went. Go and went. Can I say go-ud or wented? I cannot say that because those are not words. So this verb must be Sarah Ismail, irregular. Mohammed Ismail, irregular. And I think... Let me have a look. Pallavi says irregular. I nearly pressed regular then, chat. And the answer is irregular. Good job. Well done. I nearly pressed the wrong button, goodness me. Addy chips in there with irregular. Well done, guys. Okay. Well, I think you've outdone yourselves again tonight, guys. Well done, chat. You've done really good, or should I say, you've done really well. Okay, you've all done extremely well. Are there any questions before I close the stream this evening? No questions? I'll give you 1 minute if you've got one more question. If you've got any questions, if you want any other help. Pallavi, do you now know the difference? You can tell me the difference in chat. What's the difference between a regular and irregular verb? Okay, so regular verbs. Let me help you there, Pallavi. Okay. Irregular verbs. So regular verbs end with ed. Irregular verbs don't. Okay. And they may have totally different spellings. Example: go and went. Okay. Totally different spellings. Now, put is another one. We don't say putted. All right. Or you could say putted, but that's like a golfing phrase, isn't it, if you're into golf? So yeah, good job, girls, everybody there. Ladies, gentlemen, well done. I nearly keep calling you girls and boys, goodness me. Well done, everybody. I know you've done really well tonight. Sir, could you tell me what the different pronunciation... hang on. The difference between pronunciation and accent. Good, this is a good question. Yes, well done, Mohammed Ismail. Have other rules. Well, yeah, and you find, Mohammed Ismail, that with irregular verbs, they get their own table in the dictionary. All right, so the dictionary makes a table. If I show you my dictionary, usually in the back you'll see a full table of irregular verbs. All right, I will show you that. Just give me a minute. Well done, Pallavi. I'm good. You see, you learned something. That's good. Pronunciation is the way something is said. Now, the accent is usually defined as how somebody speaks from a certain region or place. All right. So people who are from Liverpool, they're called Scousers. All right. And the English accent there is Scouse. Now, somebody who's from Manchester, they are Mancunian. All right. And we might say they're Mancunian with their accent. It's a bit like Gary Neville, and if you ever see Gary Neville talking on football and he's talking straight about how Man United are not doing very well this year, that's how it is in Manchester. All right. Likewise, mate, if you're from London, you might use a Cockney accent. Now, Cockney accent's a little bit different from everywhere else, because we kind of skip letters, we kind of skip the pronunciation rules of the rest of the country, right? And that's very central East London, right? Central and East London. And they say that there's a phrase about Big Ben. Okay, if you can hear Big Ben, then you're a Cockney. If you live in London and you can hear Big Ben, then you're a Cockney. If you can't hear Big Ben, means you're not a proper You're not a proper Londoner, mate. You're not a proper Londoner. So that's how it is in the UK. But that was a very good question there. I'm just going to show you these irregular verbs, and there we go. Right. So I think I might have shown this in the past. Okay. Irregular verbs get their own table. Now in my dictionary we can see there, look, whoops a daisy, Mr. Garrett. Befall, befell, befallen. Right, that's another one. As this one's an advanced dictionary, it has a load of them. Right, it has 2 or 3 pages worth, and that's why I said meet, met, and what's that last one there? Met. Right. So these irregular verbs, loads of them. Okay. You don't have to learn them all. There are probably ones in there that I've never used. Okay. And like I say, with your dictionary, this bit here, this is why you get an advanced one, because it tells you about verb frames. Alright. Transitive verbs and intransitive verbs. Okay. So just taking a look there, you can see, I don't know if I can hold that very still or not. Let me have a look. Whoa, I'll try and get that still. Subject, right? So it's about which verbs carry subjects, which verbs don't carry objects, and some sentences don't carry objects in the English language. So that's all that means, right? Transitive and intransitive. I don't want to bore you with that too much, but this is this advanced dictionary is, like I say, very, very useful, because when you need something, boom, like Mr. Gary just did then, it took me a second or two just to find that that table. Tells you everything you're going to need to know about the English language. So if your teacher's not explaining it well, or you're not sure about something, so accent and pronunciation are not the same thing. Right, they're not the same thing. Okay, everybody, I hope you've enjoyed yourselves this evening. If there are no further questions, I will start the end of this stream now. No? Okay then. Right, well, thank you so much for joining. If you're catching on VOD, don't forget, press that red button. I hope you saw my YouTube short that I made today as well, while I was sat at home. Make sure as well, if you want, I'll put a playlist up here, and a video that you might be interested in. This one will help you. Take care of yourselves. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for watching VOD. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Have a wonderful day ahead, and all the best. And if you want another stream tomorrow night, I think you better comment. Drop a comment in, or drop something in the chat, and I will gladly oblige. If you want me to help you with a specific part of English as well, give me some details and I'll try and prepare something. Thank you so much. All the very best to you. Take care.